Alrighty, welcome ladies and gentlemen to Hot Springs, Virginia, where the Hot Springs Hot Tamales will take on the Michigan Mallards here in mere moments. Thank you for tuning in to the SPLNetwork. My name is Darth. We're here for a hot one, we're here for a good one, and we're going to be here every step of the way. Let's get to know the two rosters on the ice tonight. For the Michigan Mallards, this was the playoff game that was going to happen tonight. For the Michigan Mallards, we have Blades, Chicken Noodle Soup, John Boy, Phil, and the Toker. And, well, four big names going to be out there, I think, in the lobby tonight for the Michigan Mallards, according to the captain. And not sure who the one man that's not on the roster tonight will be. I will let you know as soon as the players join into the lobby. For the Hot Springs Hot Tamales, I think it's going to be Disruption, Pino, and Zartholomew on the three starting positions for the Hot Springs Hot Tamales. Agent P, of course, is always in the lobby for his team's games, except for maybe one or two of them. But regardless of that, this is Hot Springs' final hoorah for the regular season. It's their last matchup in the regular season here for season number 6 of SPL in the Rebound era. But regardless, 5 names on each of the rosters, possible 4 out of the 5 to show up here tonight from both sides of the coin. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be lit. Let's take a look at the standings as it is for the intermediate division. We started with 10 teams. We're down to 9. One team, the Charlotte Wildcats, were removed after the 4th forfeit during week number 3. So that is why there are only 3 relegation spots pictured here. The 4th one is still there. It's just not pictured. Of course, Hot Springs Hot Tamales right now in first place over the Sinaloa Heat by a full game, and by 2 games, the New York Nightwings are down into 3rd. Of course, those top 3 teams have solidified their spot in the intermediate promotional series, and they are sitting comfy as a butterfly. Michigan Mallards, right now the last promotional team on the board here tonight, have a 2-game difference between them and No Man's Land. Okinawa Generations right now with 12 standing points, looking to stay out of the relegation spot here tonight. They're our middle man in our matchup sandwich here tonight. They play here after this match has concluded. Right now, the 5th and the 1st seed will be playing against one another down at center ice here at your mom's house. That's the Hot Springs Arena location. But, of course, Hot Springs Hot Tamales have a handsome lead in points over the Michigan Mallards. Mallards looking to chop them down a little bit. I think the Mallards have 1 game pending outside of their 3 here tonight before they finish off their regular season. They have 1 matchup remaining, and that will be tomorrow against the Syracuse Scorpions at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, of course p.m., because nobody wants to play this game at 10 in the morning. I guarantee you that. And so tomorrow going to be big games, big matchups. I think some of the best slapshot we'll see in quite a while. We do have our pro matchup here tomorrow between the Plymouth Plague and the Yosemite Grizzlies. That will be a best of 3. And then possibly after that's concluded, we might watch the Syracuse matchup here on the SPLNetwork. I'm not entirely sure the logistics of that one because it is a best of 3 and it could possibly be an hour and a half of nonstop slapshot. But if we do have time, I might pop it in there. Not sure if any of their casters will be around like tonight, but who's to say what might happen other than time itself. We still got 5 more minutes before the drop of the puck here this afternoon. Let's take a look at both these teams' previous 5. Michigan Mallards coming off a win against the Denver Cutthroats right after they took a loss to the Buffalo Blizzards. Blizzards, one of the lower bracket teams whenever it comes down to the ice. Last time the Blizzards and the Mallards matched up, it was 2-3 in favor of the Mallards. This time around, Mallards weren't as fortunate. Of course, prior to that, Michigan Mallards pulled off a 9-4 victory over the Toronto Narwhals, and prior to that one, pulled off a 3-5 victory over the New York Nightwings. Nightwings right now the 3rd seed in the division. Pretty handsome lead there. Of course, Okinawa Generations going to have another rematch with the Michigan Mallards here tonight. Last time those 2 teams met up, it was on the bottom right of your screen. Michigan Mallards 5. Michigan Mallards 2, Okinawa Generations 5. Man, I just can't read. I'm very illiterate here tonight. Hot Springs Hot Tamales coming off a 3-game winning streak, looking to make this one another one. 2 of those last 3 games being against the top 3 seeds. The 2 teams lower than the Hot Springs on the standings came out with a win against the 3rd seed, the New York Nightwings, 11-8. Hot Springs found themselves on top in that category alongside a 5-8 victory against Toronto, and then an 11-5 victory over the 3rd seed of the intermediate division. The 2nd seed of the intermediate division, Sinaloa Heat, right now 1 game back because of that matchup. And Hot Springs sitting high and sitting mighty on their throne of W's. Looking to make it 1 more here tonight. Last game for Hot Springs once again here this afternoon. Michigan Mallards have 4 remaining on the season, and 3 of those 4 will be played here tonight. Toker, John Boy, Chicken Noodle Soup, Blades, all 4 of them in the lobby for the boys in green. We'll see how they play to the tune of their own trumpet. We got the core 4 ready to rock and ready to roll. During the regular season, the Michigan Mallards leading goal scorer, Blades, 40 on the season with 13 games played. Also captivates his audience with his point making, having 51 points. That's 20 points over second place John Boy. Of course, John Boy also second place whenever it comes to the terms of goals. Blades in first with 40, John Boy in second with 16, Toker with 15. So it's gonna be a lot of there's gonna be a lot of dishing to serve out on the offensive side of the puck. And it's going to be about who can shut down the transition game better, in my opinion, as it always has been. Of course, Hot Springs Hot Tamales lead the division as a team in goals. 125 so far in this regular season. Michigan Mallards are 6th place out of the 9 with only 72 on the regular season. Of course, where goals are shot or goals come to be, there were shots that had to happen to make them come to be. That's probably a better way to say that, but wow, I sure did not. I butchered that cow like it was a Tuesday afternoon. Hot Springs Hot Tamales lead the division in shots, 262 in first place, and the Michigan Mallards, 5th place with 159. That's almost 100 difference on the shot totals between these two teams. Of course, the Michigan Mallards not having as many games played as the Hot Springs Hot Tamales. But, I think the difference on that count is 3. Hot Springs last game of the season, Michigan Mallards, 4 more to go, including this one. Michigan Mallards always pride themselves on the defensive side of the puck. They stopped 73 shots so far this season. Hot Springs Hot Tamales only at 75, a 2-point difference in the defensive column. It looks like John Boy, Zarth. Okay, we got Pino Disruption, Agent P, and Zartholomew in the lobby for the Hot Springs Hot Tamales. And so Ivy and Phil, no, Phil is here. All right, we got 5 Mallards in the lobby, 4 from Hot Springs. Only man missing tonight is, of course, Ivy. But if I change my name, we can fix that. I'm just kidding. That's not allowed. But whenever they're ready to rock and ready to roll, we're a minute from touchdown here in the arena. And so I will not keep them waiting. Of course, leading team in takeaways this season, Hot Springs Hot Tamales winning the lobby. Right now in 4th place with 273 takeaways to their 300 turnovers. Michigan Mallards right now last place in terms of takeaways. They like to pass it more than they do turn it over. Right now, Michigan Mallards have 233 takeaways to their 269 turnovers with a gap of about 36 on the difference there. That's hard math to do in my head, but regardless, both these teams like to pass it, both these teams like to shoot it. Hot Springs right now leading the division in both goals and shots. Michigan Mallards, not so much. But for the Michigan Mallards live right now, it's all about team play. It's all about their passing game, all about how well they can keep the puck away from their opponent. That's going to be a tough, tall glass to order here tonight. Zarth, Disruption, and I think Pino's going to be the starting 3 for the Hot Springs Hot Tamales. They play a very high-impact game, very high pressure on the backswing in the transition zones. And so Michigan Mallards will have their work cut out for them here this afternoon. Of course, down on the ice, Michigan Mallards will be on the left side of your screen wearing their green jerseys. Hot Springs Hot Tamales on the right side wearing their red. I just wanted to make sure the game capture was going to show up before we get this one down to earth. 6 parties are ready to rock, perhaps sooner rather than later. 6 parties are in the lineup. As soon as they're ready to rock, we'll take this one down to center ice and let them have at it. Yeah, Zarth, Disruption, Pino, your starting 3 for the Hot Springs Hot Tamales. Toker, Blades, Chicken Noodle Soup for your Michigan Mallards. 3 periods will be had between these two teams. Leading team with the goals on the column will be given the victory and the 2 points on the standings. If it's tied after the 3rd period, we will go into a sudden death overtime where the first goal will win. The loser gets 1 consolation point, and the winner gets their solid 2, as previously mentioned. Both teams ready to rock, both teams ready to roll. We won't keep them waiting as we head down to center ice. Michigan on the left side and Hot Springs on the right. Puck is dropped, the game is on, and time is ticking. Pino, the first man with possession, tops out one down towards the offensive end. Here's Zarth with it now. Backhand feed over to Disruption. Pulls it from the point, goes into the slot. Blades trying to hound that one out off the backhand. Stopped by Chicken Noodle Soup. Banks it off the near side boards to himself and out of the defensive end. So he looks to pull this one down along the wall. Hot Springs on the defensive side, try to keep the majority of the possession as battle comes out. Toker, Pino meet each other in the corner. We're looking to bring this one down towards the near side. Pino banks it off the glass. Chicken Noodle shooting off the post, comes out in front of the slot. Nice save there off of Blade's shot was Zartholomew. Zartholomew down in the corner, stopped by Toker. Toker at the end wall, finds his way back for the boys in green, sends it over to Chicken Noodle Soup at the near side point. A shot stopped by Pino. Pino off the backhand, stopped by Chicken. Chicken Noodle Soup off the backhand, finds a way to swing this one over to Blades. Blades off the forehand, chops this one down the near side wall, finds Toker. Toker off the backhand, looks for a pop off the end wall, but not able to get enough mustard on that one to get it past the border patrol. Blades, top side, chicken noodle soup. First touch on this one. Keeps this one down low for the boys in greens. Zarth there keeps him tidy in the corner. Sends this one down near side. Toker looking for a feed over to Soup. Soup off the backhand. Benka off the glass, or back off the backside of the netting. Tries to keep this one in his own backhand. Tries to keep this one in the wheelhouse. Top side, Blades takes this one back to his own defensive end and keeps possession with 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in the first period. In our one and only game between these two teams. Bank pass off the glass, finds his way down low. Soup down low in enemy territory. Disruption tries to pull this one off the back end. The lag was too much to handle, but he keeps in it. He keeps with it. He looks to stick to the roof like the pancake I tried to bake this morning. Out in the crease, the puck bobbles around and comes out thanks to Disruption's handiwork off the forehand. Chicken Noodle Soup, topside. Toker back over to Chicken Noodle Soup off the back end. Passed over to his captain. Here's Blades with it now off the back end. Chips it off the glass. Finds his way over off Zartholomew. Over to Pino. Shooting off the far side and wide. Chicken Noodle off the side of the cage. Looking to take this one down towards the near side. Blades there not liking any of that. Sends it top side. Toker out of the zone. Pino for the boys in red. Bank pass over to Zartholomew. Pulls this one off the forehand. Whips this one near side out to the slot. Finds his way off Disruption. Top side along the crease. Here comes Zartholomew out at the faceoff dot. Meets his first stumbling block, and Blades forces him to retreat back neutral zone. Disruption, Blades, near side. Here's Pino. Pino with 2:57 to work with here in the first period of action. Diz, topside, finds Zarth, shooting, scoring, and the first goal comes courtesy of the Hot Springs Hot Tamales. First goal is a good one, and it's on the first shot of the matchup, if you can believe that. 1-0 here at your mom's house in Hot Springs, Virginia. Shooting! Hits the post right from the get-go. Michigan Mallards looking to even that one up before you could even say sarsaparilla. It's a hard word to say. It's a long one. A lot of syllables involved. Comes out in front. Zartholomew pulls this one away. Darth at the goal line. Looks to take this one top side with a little bit of pizzazz in his footstep. Finds his way off the Disruption. Nice control there by Chicken Noodle Soup, keeping that tic-tac from having a toe. Chicken Noodle, top side, Toker, return fire back defensively along the defensive end wall. Michigan Mallards starting this breakout. Here's Chicken Noodle Soup, blue line, red line, cuts down center avenue. A forehand shot hits the near side, and Disruption there to save the day. Comes back out and almost able to send that one in, but the puck wobbled whenever it should have wibbled. Michigan Mallards coming as close as you can come without making this one a goal. Pino shooting off the near side. Disruption finding his way off the hip of Toker and out of the defensive zone and into Hot Springs territory. Pops over to Diz. Diz shooting, hits the post, comes near side. Blades here with a nice touch off the back end, finds Toker. Toker here, holding this one down along the near side, then to the top side, finds its way point to point. Pino, Chicken Noodle Soup, battle against one another on the far side boards, keeps this one down low to the Hot Springs corner, popped out to the point. Blades with a shot, goes off Zarth and into the near side wall. Toker keeps it low. Zarth has other plans, keeps this one hounding in the corner, finds his way neutral zone. Good shot by Blades, but that one hits a heavy metal concert, and comes out into the neutral zone. 1 minute, 35 seconds remaining here in this first period of 3. Disruption, bank pass, top side. Blades trying to get a hold on that one off the back end. Disruption, top side, stopped there by Chicken Noodle Soup. He's going to pull this one back to the defensive side. A forehand shot goes off Zarth over to Pino. Pino down low in the zone. Looking to take this one out for a $1.50 off the forehand over to Disruption. Disruption here controlling this one off the forehand. Gets past one. A little backhand shot. Gets past two. A nice shot attempt there, but Blades there to answer the score. Finds his way to Chicken Noodle Soup. A forehand shot stopped by Disruption. Toker with a shot stopped by Zarth. Zartholomew near side. Toker takes it back off his backhand to the top side. Here's Chicken Noodle Soup off the hip. Takes it off the riff. And then back over to Blades. 1 minute remains here in this first period of action. Blades with a forehand shot. Goes off the far side and wide. Chicken Noodle Soup forehand. Action scores! And the Mallards tie us right back up 1-1 here in the first. 4 minutes, 10 seconds elapsing off the first period clock. We have ourselves a dead knot in a stalemate at center ice. Drop of the puck. Michigan Mallards right to the heat. Quick to the iron. Not able to find his way through Zarth or Disruption. The last man back for the boys in red. 40 seconds remain here in the first period of action. 1-1's our score. Pino holds this one off the forehand, looking for that shot lane. Not able to find it. A bank pass instead for Zartholomew is intended over to Disruption. Disruption stopped by Chicken Noodle Soup. Pino here with the back tread finds his way off his backhand. Sends it off the forehand. Here's Chicken Noodle Soup taking his time out the neutral zone. Shoot, scores! And that one plinks off the far side post and into the twine. Michigan Mallards make it 2-1. A great forehand shot and an uncontested one at that. Right from the point, we find ourselves a 1-goal difference, possibly being the gap here at the end of the first. Shoot, scores! Chicken Noodle Soup will have otherwise to say. It's 3-1. Michigan finds the heat late in this first period of action, and they're just hammering away. 21 seconds remain here in the first period of action. Michigan Mallards have said enough. Pino, top side, Disruption. After this one, the puck is bobbled along the far side blue line. Chicken Noodle Soup here tend to work with shooting. Zartholomew just wide off the far side. Pino pulls it off the back end, stopped by Toker. Toker here off the back end, finds his way to feed this one top side. Chicken Noodle Soup off the back end, goes through the traffic and off the near side and wide. That's the end of the first. 3-1. Hot Springs down, but they're not out of the woods quite yet. The shot totals. It's telling you all you need to know right now. 5 for Michigan. 4 of those coming in the last few minutes of play. But as all 6 parties are ready to rock, I won't keep them waiting. Same 6 on the ice that started us this last period. We're going to take this one downtown to Hot Springs, Virginia. The second period is underway. Hot Springs on the right, Michigan on the left. The puck is dropped, the game is on, and time is once again ticking. Good save there by Chicken Noodle Soup to start off this period. And this one top side and out of the way of harm. Chicken Noodle Soup off the back end, fed out to Blades. Blades here with it now with 15 seconds elapsing into the period. A bank pass intended for Chicken Noodle Soup. Pino there hot to the iron on that one. Out the back end, looking to take this one down through the opposition. Blades there with a nice touch on that one. Zarth goes off Disruption. Disruption over to Pino. Pino off the near side point, looking for the forehand shot. Blades collapsing on that one. Forces that one back to the Hot Springs zone. Chicken Noodle Soup to the top side of the ice. Off the back end, over to Blades. Blades stopped by Pino. Pino here towards the top side. Leaves that one for Zartholomew. Toker making that puck to remain loose. Pino, top side. Forehand into the offensive zone. Favor of Hot Springs. Blades. Chicken Noodle Soup. Off the forehand, shooting off the far side and wide into the corner. Here's Pino with it now. Off the forehand, out of the zone. Blades here controlling this one back at his own blue line. A bank pass out of the neutral zone. Zarth here making him stumble on that one. Blades stutters along the near side boards. Zarth finds a way back over to Disruption. Disruption off the back end. Tries to get this one through the solid object. That was Blades. Blades off the back end. Finds Toker right on the tape. Hands this one off to Chicken Noodle Soup. Off the back end. Stopped by Zarth. Zarth here keeping on the shot lane. And he will be rewarded for it. Shooting off the post. That one goes wide. Blades back for Michigan. Looks to take this one down the near side. Goes through a few bodies. Pino, the last man back for Hot Springs, looking to take this one under his own volition. Toker, Chicken Noodle, back at the point. Looking for the shot lane, not able to get the puck to corral with him. Toker out to Blades. Blades here at the red line. A forehand dish down low, finds his way off Toker to the forehand, the backhand. The wraparound attempt denied by Disruption back on the near side post. Toker once again trying, but the puck did not want to go with him on that spiritual journey. Zarth, top side, finding his way over off the tip of the stick of Toker. Disruption there to hound that one off to the near side boards, finding his way off Chicken Noodle Soup along the near side wall. Pops this one off the back end. Zarth collapsing on that one. Blades doing the same. The victor comes out to Toker. Toker finding his way off the back end. The boys in green, a wraparound attempt off the post. Pino holds tight, and he will hold the door. Oh my goodness. Hot Springs coming out on top on that defensive try. Oh, Pino almost able to get that one into the net off the deflection shot, and the physicality was immense on it. The puck just didn't wobble the way they wanted it to. 2 goals still our difference. 2 minutes into the second period of action. Here's Chicken Noodle Soup off the forehand from the blue line, shooting off into the near side corner. Toker pulls this one off the forehand, chops this one down along the end wall. He's going to go after his own rebound. Zarth gets this one out of the zone. Pino, Blades in hot pursuit of this one down towards the near side. Comes out. Blades to Chicken Noodle. Chicken Noodle Soup back over to Blades. Blades, Chicken Noodle off the hip, goes over to Zarth. Zarth here towards the top side for the boys in red. A bank pass over to Pino. Pino here off the back end, out in front of the crease. Nice stop there by Toker, and he will leak this one back into the Hot Springs zone. Toker gets his own rebound off the backhand, stopped by Zarth. Chicken Noodle Soup off the backhand, not able to get that one from the hip onto the curve. Zarth, Disruption, forehand, backhand, dangle, shoots, hits the post off the near side and wide. Pino keeps this one in the wheelhouse, shoots, nice save by Blades. Now one comes out to the far side, and this one comes back into the zone. Zarth keeping this one down low, shooting, hits the post. Blades there with the control, keeps this one down low behind the goal line. Chicken Noodle Soup with a bank pass, and he'll dump this one out the full 200 and let his team some breathing room. 1 minute, 52 seconds remaining in the second. A chop towards the cage. Blades with the answer. Blades with the Buzz Lightyear stick sends this one down low. Pino to Toker. Shooting off to the near side. And Disruption will take the possession back to Zarth. Zarth in the neutral zone. Stopped by Toker. Toker up to the top side. Stopped by Zarth. Zarth with the bank pass intended for Pino. Stopped by Chicken Noodle Soup along the far side boards. They battle this one out. Chicken Noodle Soup with a bank pass to himself. He'll keep on this one down low into the Hot Springs defensive corner. Disruption to Zarth. Zarth on the backhand. Stopped by Blades. Blades throwing off to the near side, gets this one back over to Chicken Noodle Soup off the back end, looks to the top side to get a little bit of step on him. Disruption, shooting, goes off Pino. Pino leaves that one for Disruption on the point, shooting, scoring, and the Mallards make it 4-1. A long distance call with a solid connection right from the faceoff dot and into the twine of the Hot Springs Hot Tamales cage. 3 goals now the gap. Here in the second, we got 1:13 to burn, and the boys play on. The Hot Springs Hot Tamales, the first seed in IM right now, taking on the 5th seed of IM. Michigan Mallards. 58 seconds remain here in the second. Another long-distance shot, and Blades will pop that one back into the twine. Not sure it was intentional, but riveting gameplay. 4 goals now the difference. The shot lanes were open. One man to take advantage of that. Disruption, looking for the shot down the near side. Banks it off the back glass, finding his way off blades to the near side. Toker pulls this one down into the offensive side. He's going to dump this one down and in. Here's Pino with an out with 45 seconds to work with in the second. Down to the near side. Zarth looking to pull this one away from the tip of the stick of Toker over to Pino. Pino here, the league admin, stopped by Toker. Toker taking this one back down low. Pops it off the backside of the cage. And he'll try after this one yet again. Disruption. Toker in the corner. 35 to work with. Towards the cage. Pino there with the save. Ordered the block on the stat sheet. So he takes this one out towards the top side of the blue line. Offensive corner. Takes it near side along the wall. Zartholomew letting this one hang loose as it comes back over to Chicken Noodle Soup. 17 seconds to work with here in this middle chapter of play. Bank pass out of the zone. Blades off the tip of the stick. Lost that one to Disruption. Disruption with 10 seconds. Gets past one. Toker towards the cage. Just wide off the far side. Blades looking to corral this one for a forehand wraparound. One that's very difficult to pull off. 3 seconds remaining. 2 seconds and 1. And that is the end of the second. 5 for the Mallards. 1 for Hot Springs at the end of 2. Good game from both sides of the ice so far. 9 shots to 5 are the total sheets on the board. Michigan Mallards getting the better side of the shots. Getting the better side of the goals. We will remain the same 6 on the ice for this third and final period. Quick look at the stats. 5 takeaways from Chicken Noodle Soup. They're doing a good job there on the takeaway column, and we will see if they can keep it up as this third period of play has started. Hot Springs on the right, Michigan Mallards on the left, and we ride. Perhaps? Perhaps no. Who's not in here? Did Pino die? Did somebody shoot Pino? There's Bartholomew. All right, so it looks like 2 people subbed off at the very last second. Don't know what happened. Agent P is now on the ice. No idea who was supposed to be out here. But we got Bartholomew out here to play for the third. As it was intended. It was all a ruse. It was all just, monotonous. As this one's chopped down by Toker. Blades will be the first man to it for the boys in green towards the top side. 4 points, the gap. 4 points, the deficit. Hot Springs looking to come back here in this third and final period of play and win this last final game of the regular season. Chicken Noodle Soup off the back end, stopped by Zarth. Zarth lobs it into the near side corner. Toker here to pull this one off the hip. Tries to keep this one towards the top side of the ice. Blades return back over to Toker off the near side, pulling this one off the forehand. Chops out one off the stick of, or off the face of Zartholomew on that dump down. And Disruption looks right out the top side straight. Shooting, scoring, and that one thought he had it. Goes off the blade of Toker and into the cage. He's not going to want to watch that again. Disruption there with a short shot right between the uprights. Kick is good. 2 to 5 is now our score. And Hot Springs is only down by 3. Toker popping this one off the back end. Zarth out and towards the crease, finding his way over to Blades. Blades here at the red line, shooting, stopped by Agent P. Disruption over to Zarth. Zarth pulling this one out of the back pocket, and there goes the Weasel. It's 3 to 5 here at Hot Springs, Virginia. What a shot attempt. What an opportunity presenting itself. They're only down by 2, and Hot Springs Hot Tamales are starting us off here on the right foot. 3:28 remains here in this third and final period of action between these two teams here tonight. Agent P looking to get this one down low. Blades going off his backhand and back into the defensive side for Hot Springs. Disruption, top side. Zarth off the backhand, goes off Agent P towards the cage, almost able to head it in like it's soccer or football. Depends on your nationality. But for the people that are right, it's soccer. 3:07 to work with here in the third period. Bank pass out of the zone. Chicken Noodle with a nice shot, and Disruption with a better save. As it comes all the way back down to the far side slot, finding his way along the goal line. Here's Blades with an owl off the back end. Little pop shove it off the back end. Toker shoots, scores. What a play. Dimes him right in the grass. And we have ourselves a 6-3 score. Blades right where it needed to be. Toker there knows exactly what to do with that one. And right from the point, we had our 6th Mallard goal of tonight. 2:48 remains here in the third. A bank pass out to the top side. Toker here in hot pursuit of this one. Agent P not making things easy for him back in the Hot Springs corner as Toker finds Agent P. Agent P off the backhand. Looks down low, shooting it into the corner. Finds Disruption off the hip of Blades. Over to Zarth. Zarth keeps this one down low and offensively minded. Chicken Noodle Soup trying to get this one back out. Blades gets past 2. Looking for the shot lane. Looking for the pass instead. Backpedaling this one back over to the neutral zone. Chicken Noodle Soup off the forehand, backhand, stopped by Disruption. Blades over the bank pass, looking for Toker. Toker here off the forehand, chops this one topside, hits it off the captain's head. Zarth swinging a miss, comes off the Disruption. And that one sent out to the far side by Toker. Chicken Noodle Soup looks towards the near side of the ice as Blades sets a pick for him. A forehand pass down the straight. Toker looking for the tic-tac. Blades fanning on the toe as it was still over the stick. Unfortunately, 2 minutes remain here in the third period of action. 3 goals is the difference. Hot Springs shot off the post by Blades. And Hot Springs with a sigh of relief after that one. Chicken Noodle shooting topside, looking for that one-timer to Blades. Blades here off the back end, stopped by Agent P, looking down low in his own defensive end. Toker towards the top side, looking for a pass over to Blades. Blades here keeps this one down low for the boys in green. Toker leaves that one go. Disruption off the forehand, hits that blue line, goes over to Chicken Noodle Soup here with an out with 1:37 remaining here in the third period of action. Chicken Noodle down the straight, all the way down, goes over Agent P's stick. Toker here with a shot attempt, and that one goes off the far side and wide. Rebound, cycled out to the captain. Blades holds, top side, back in, sent into the corner, and Agent P will try to corral this one back for the boys in red. Toker out of the zone. Zarth shooting off the far side, and that one goes wide. Disruption off the backhand. Zarth in the corner, banks this one off the glass. Chicken Noodle Soup looks topside. Toker as well, trying to get this one out. And there's a goal for the Hot Springs Hot Tamales. 6-4. Now the difference on the tally sheets. And Hot Springs will continue to chug towards the goal. 1:10 remains here in the third. Disruption with that last tally. And brings them back within reach of 2. Bartholomew on the top side. Chicken Noodle Soup here with a forehand shot. Goes off to the near side and wide. 60 seconds remain here in this third period of action. Agent P finds Bartholomew. Bartholomew across the green. Disruption. Shot against the glass looking for the alley-oop. Chicken Noodle Soup shutting that one down off the near side point. So comes back to the neutral zone. Shot. A long-distance shot by Blades just wide off the far side. 44 seconds remain. Here's Blades in the neutral zone looking for a handle on this one down to the near side. Here's Chicken Noodle Soup with it now. Looking to pull this one off the forehand, then to the top side, sent over to Toker. Toker here off the back end. Chips this one back down near side. Chicken Noodle Soup here to complete the trifecta. Looking to get this one back to his captain. 30 seconds. Shot towards the cage. Bartholomew able to get enough on that one to make sure it wasn't on. 26 seconds remain. 2 goals to gap. Taking this one downtown. Agent P looking for that long distance pass. Toker here receiving that one off the handle of Blades. Here's Agent P with it now for the Hot Springs Hot Tamales off the forehand. The puck didn't want to corral with him. Neither is Ping. Passed out to Disruption. Disruption down low, looking for the pass out in front. Toker staying on his passing lane, comes back out to the point. Here's Bartholomew looking for this little shot. Nice save there by Toker between the hash marks. Here's Blades with it now with 4-3. That looks like it's going to do it. The last dump down will be all she wrote. 6-4, the final score. And the Michigan Mallards find a way to send off the Hot Springs Hot Tamales into the postseason with a 6-4 difference. Great stuff out there on the ice from Hot Springs. Great stuff out there on the ice for the Michigan Mallards. The third period was a tight one and a really awesome game to watch. Passing game, about even. Takeaway game, what you would expect it to be. And the only gap that kind of catches me by surprise is the 10 faceoff wins to Michigan's 3 between them on the scoring sheets. But regardless, here's the 6 main players of the game. Only man not pictured in this one that was on the ice is Pino for the Hot Springs Hot Tamales, and you'll be able to check out his stats here later tonight on the website. Disruption, 2 goals, 4 points on the night. My man of the game, 3 out of the 5 saves went to him, and a great turnover takeaway ratio in the majority of possession time for his team. Good stuff there by Disruption. Hopefully we see him in the postseason. We want to set up something for the top 6 of IM. Play a little postseason playoffs as everybody pretty much just gets a bye into next season. But a lot of teams expanding, a lot of improvements that we need to make in the standings, and a very interesting promotional series to come. But we got 10 minutes to burn till the next matchup. Michigan Mallards, Okinawa Generations coming up next here on the SPL Network. Be here or don't be, I don't know. I'm not your dad. Do what you want. We'll be back here in about 9 minutes for the drop of the puck. Back here in about 4 minutes for the start of the pregame here on the SPL Network. My name is Darth. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be right back. Oh, my mic's still not muted. All right, well. Welcome back to the SPL Network. My name is Darth. I've had a lot of Pepsi tonight, so that's why I need to clear my throat more than usual. Sorry about that. For those of you wondering, why are all the divisions green? I saw one person think about that. I didn't even see it in the chat. Here's the 4 main divisions of SPL. You got to be the top of the lower division to try to make it into the upper division at the end of each season. We have a promotional series to try to get teams up where they should be in terms of skill. So whenever you first start in SPL, you start in the open division. That's where we stick all the players that have no prior league experience, regardless of your skill. Of course, if you make, I think it was the top 4 of the open division in either conference. We had 16 teams in 2 conferences down there. Everybody would play their own conference one time. We started with 16. We don't have 16 in each anymore. Check out the website at spl.gg to see what they are now. I think the Benders division has 10. Regardless, top 4 get a chance to promote into IM. IM was 1 conference this season, and that's the teams that we're seeing tonight. That is our second in the chain of command, or I guess our third in chain of command. First would be Pro. The Pro division, we're looking to change back the clocks to Pro having 10 teams, Challenger having 10 teams this next season. However, we're going to do that is going to take some time and some cleaning around the grit. But regardless, we're going to try to do it, and that's my full intentions this offseason. And you've heard it here first amongst many other people. But taking a look at what the intermediate division involvement will be this offseason, this is what the intermediate division will look like next season. Of course, Challenger does not have their 7th and 8th seed anymore because of the disbanding and the removal of the Maryland Ice Orcas from not playing games, and the Ontario Outliers for the same reason. So the 4th and 5th seed of IM will automatically be going up to Challenger, along the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd seed as well. IM's 6th seed will retain their spot for next season, and then 7th, 8th, and 9th place of IM will be playing against their opponents respectively. Of course, if you made the top 2 in your conference in Open, you will be automatically promoted to the intermediate division here this next season. Of course, 3rd place will have to battle for their rights against 8th and 9th place. And then, of course, the 2 4th place teams in Open will play a best of 3. Whenever that best of 3 goes on to play the 7th place of IM in another best of 3. Of course, yeah, that's a later problem. I think because we don't have a 7th and 8th place of Challenger, this might not be the same as it is on the screen now. I'm going to have to talk to Pino and Snail about this tonight, because some questions just arose in my mind, and yeah, even more so. Either way, this is going to be Challenger here this next season, as we're looking to get this one back to 8 teams. We might have another play-in involvement. If not, it's a later problem. Yeah, read them as you see it. That's what it is right now. Changes will most likely happen if we do have to adapt the size here this offseason. But that is what I like to call a later problem. We still got enough on our plate to worry about that it's not in the forefront of my mind. We're about 3 minutes away from the drop of the puck here this evening, taking a look at the intermediate standings as it laid at the beginning of the stream. Michigan Mallards taking a victory off the Hot Springs Hot Tamales, pulls themselves up to 4th place with 18 standing points on the season. Syracuse Scorpions set to play Michigan tomorrow. Michigan Mallards here playing a triple header here tonight. We're in the middle match here this afternoon. Okinawa Generations going to be the away team. Michigan Mallards going to be the home team. Okinawa Generations with a win here could be massive, having a chance to even further extend themselves from the Denver Cutthroats down in 7th place. If they want 6th place, they can have it. But if they want to have their cake and eat it too, they're going to have to come out with a few wins here this afternoon, as things are getting tight. Things are getting mighty. Okinawa Generations here in the regular season only have this game and a game against the Denver Cutthroats that was scheduled for the 23rd at 9:30. Don't know if that was played. We did not get a ticket for it, but I'm going to assume it wasn't. Denver Cutthroats, Okinawa Generations, the only game left for Okinawa here this season. Michigan Mallards having a few more on their plate. Let's take a look at the rosters across from both sides of the ice. Papa Shields, Pip Starlather, Less Than Dennis, Grey Ghost, and Flake. The 5 on the board here tonight. Pip Starlather, Less Than Dennis right now in the lobby for Okinawa Generations. And of course, we got all 5 for the Michigan Mallards there on the right side of your screen. Looks like Blades will be sitting on the bench to start us off here in the first period of action. Starting 3 for the Michigan Mallards. Chicken Noodle Soup, John Boy, Toker. The Phil not in the lobby right now, but he could be later. And Blades will be up in the spectator booth alongside me. Yeah, both these teams got a lot of history behind them. A lot of these players on the ice tonight have predated rivalries that go all the way back to Season 4 of the first Slapshot game, if you can believe those numbers. For Okinawa Generation's biggest, I think, oldest name in my mind, first man that I learned when I first got into the league back, not last October, but the October before that, Less Than Dennis, playing for the Georgetown Glizzy Gladiators in the Open Division back in Season number 4. Back whenever the Michigan Mallards were also an open team back in Season number 4. Crazy stuff. Look, check your history books. It was a great rivalry. Don't know if there's still any broadcasts around for it, but I know I used to cast back in the first ever Genesis Cup. I was able to cast a few of the Michigan games. Great stuff from both of the teams. A lot of history from both sides of the ice. And it's only going to be getting bigger. It's only going to be getting stronger. It's only be other Lady Gaga lyrics as well. I don't think that was a Lady Gaga song. I think that was Daft Punk. But my music intellect is it knows no bounds except that one. So keep that in mind as we move forward here tonight. Chicken Noodle Soup, John Boy Toker starting through for the Michigan Mallards. Don't know who Big Boo is, but he's in the lobby. Not a clue in my mind who Big Boo is, but yeah. I have like 9 different answers to who he is, and I don't believe any of them. Okay, so it's Flake. Gotcha. Alright. Okay. Big Boo is Flake. We'll remember. It's logged in my memory bank. Yeah, Season 4 was a wild time to be alive. I remember, I don't know if Papa Shields played in Season 4 or not, but if he did play, it was with the Athen Alphas. I think they were in the Open Division back then, but I can't really remember. I remember the Omaha Omegas were the pro team between those two. And I think that's where Human Shields played back in the day. And I think Papa Shields, the reason he joined, I don't know if I'm supposed to delve into this or not, but the reason Papa Shields is playing was to play with his son. And it was really nice to see that they both got to take to the ice here this last season. Not this season, but the season prior to it. And make some memories that way. But Papa Shields' best dad, you can't change my mind. But we got Chicken Noodle Soup, John Boy Toker on the ice for the Michigan Mallards, Less Than Dennis, Pip Starlather, and Flake going to be your starting 3 for the Okinawa Generations. Generations looking for a win here to keep themselves out of the relegation spot so they don't have to play an open team. And Michigan Mallards looking to extend their victories into the end of the season. Michigan Mallards have 3 games remaining, including this one. Okinawa Generations have 2 games left on the board, including this one as well. But 6 parties ready to rock, 6 parties ready to roll. We're taking this one down to center ice here in Michigan to see who wants it more. Okinawa on the left side, Michigan on the right. Puck is dropped and the game is on. 5 minutes. Clean on the board here for the start of this drop. And now, with a clean scoreboard, we play the first. The puck battle back behind the cage is intense. Flake slapped away by Chicken Noodle Soup. Over to John Boy. John Boy taking this one back to the defensive side. First time setting his foot on the ice here this afternoon for the Michigan Mallards. He pops that one down the near side off a ricochet from Dennis's forehead. John Boy off the back end. Shooting. It's blocked away by Less Than Dennis. Keeps this one down into the corner. This one pops its way along the near side. Skips its way across the lake into the corner. Finding its way down low. Toker here with it now. Looking to pull this one out towards the near side as he finds his way out of the defensive end. But John Boy starting his 13th game of the regular season. First time here this afternoon in this triple header for Michigan. We found him on the ice. We'll see how he does as he's the second highest scoring Michigan Mallard here this season. See if he can keep it up and keep tagging those on into the W column, into the goals column. Chicken Noodle shooting. Nice save there by Flake. Back between the pipes. Able to take this one back down into his own defensive end. And sauces this one topside. Down low. Scores! And Pip Starlather, the first man on the board here this afternoon. And Okinawa starts off the scoring on the right foot. Right between the traffic marks. We got ourselves one on the gap board. 3:55 remains in the first. And the boys play on. John Boy keeps it low. Toker continues to do so. Off the forehand, backhand. Stopped up by Pip Starlather. Swings him around like a merry-go-round. Flake, bank pass to himself, looking for that little panhandle, but he wasn't able to get it where he wanted it. Less than Dennis to the top side, the newly acquired captain, the step-in captain for the team on the right, or the team on the left. Okinawa Generations. Dennis here with an out forehand touch, stopped by Toker. Toker controlling down the near side, chips this one down northways. Here's Flake with an owl off the forehand, stopped by Toker. Toker down low. Goes off Flake to the top side. Here's Pip Starlather off the back end, sauces this one down. Less than Dennis lets it simmer for a little bit along the boards. Pops that one back off the forehand over to Pip. Pip off the back end. Shooting. Nice save by Toker. Sends that one far side and wide. Keeping this one down low. John Boy stopped by Dennis. Near side out into the corner. Nobody wants that one. Pip Starlather almost the first man to it. And if it wasn't for John Boy. John Boy goes over to Toker. Toker back down low over to John Boy. John Boy stopped by Pip Starlather. Looking to keep this one down low for the boys in red. John Boy finds a little bit of refuge towards the top side of the ice. Down the straight, stop by Dennis. Dennis keeping this one low. John Boy keeps that one defensively minded. Off the back end. Forehand. The feed off the near side boards. Goes off Chicken Noodle Soup over to Pip. Pip. Nice control off the hip. And Chicken Noodle Soup will send this one back over to John Boy. John Boy off the back end. Stopped by Pip Starlather. The control off the near side, trying to keep this one along the boards. Okinawa Generations seeming to really enjoy the self-passes. Something that a lot of teams don't really utilize all that much, apart from trying to trick shot a few times around in the games. But the self-passes along the boards, I feel like is an underrated mechanic in the game, and nobody really, gets in touch with until the later halves of their careers. But we have 2:14 remaining here in the first. Chicken Noodle Shoot with a nice shot there into the corner. Toker here collects that one back to the point, finding his way off John Boy. Down low. Flake with a forehand pass to himself. And Toker will keep this one low for the boys in green. Less than Dennis back between the pipes. Looking to take this one back out to the top side. Nobody there to pass that one to. He's going to dump this one down and in to the Mallards territory. John Boy, top side, stop by Pip, shoots off the far side, saved by Chicken Noodle Soup, a tidy one at that. Toker looking for the backhand chop and not able to get through the shot. Here's Chicken Noodle Soup off the near side, goes down between the uprights, finding his way down to Pip Starlight, that keeps this one ringing around the rosy, finding a shot lane, not able to send that one packing. Less than Dennis wanting a mulligan on that one. Chicken Noodle Soup to the top side. Looking for a backhand try down the far side straight as he keeps on keeping on. A forehand shot hits the nice pipe as that one comes back out the other way. The watermelon coming in clutch for Flake back between, back in the crease. 1:18 remains. We still got a 1-0 difference because of that. Toker, top side, handles that one back over to Chicken Noodle Soup as they collect the puck. Top side, stop by Pip. Pip, nice touch there. Taking this one off of Chicken Noodle Soup back over to John Boy. John Boy towards the near side, scoring 16 goals so far this season. Looking to make it 17. Stopped by Pip Starlight. Sent back down to the Mallards territory. 60 seconds remaining. Top side, controlled. Back over to the near. Here's John Boy getting a handle on this one. Taking this one out of the defensive end. It comes out far side. Pip shoots, hits the post, comes down low, and it goes along the goal line and out the near side and wide. How did that happen? I have no idea. I have no words. And less than Dennis shuts the gate on the other side. What is a slap shot? Hoorah! 1-0 still our score somehow, even though the puck has been on the goal line more than we have passes in this period. 27 seconds remaining here in the first, and Okinawa still retains the lead. John Boy, top side. Toker along the wall, shooting off the near side and finds his way over to John Boy. John Boy at the backhand feed, finds his way top side over towards Toker. Less than Dennis here, peeling this one off the boards, keeping this one down low. Chicken Noodle Soup, all alone, 2-on-none, takes his time back up. Wait, no, he's on the defensive side. I knew that. I was just trying to see if you guys were awake. That's the end of the first period of action. 1-0's our score. I'm going to take a Xanax and figure out what's going wrong with my life. Okinawa Generations 1, Michigan Mallards nothing at the end of the first. 5 shots were ahead in that first period of action. Okinawa finding the majority of them on the ends of their stick. Looks like Grey Ghost is in the lobby. If they do want to call upon the substitution, they can. Possession time, a little lopsided. Passing game in favor of Michigan as well. Both teams winning a single face-off during that last period of action. One man doing all the offensive pulling for the Michigan Mallards. Chicken Noodle Soup, 2 shots out of the 2 for his team. Looking to keep this one on the trend upward. Not a single turnover from that man. I don't know how. Well, instead of turning it over, it looks like he takes a shot instead. No turnovers, 7 takeaways. Chicken Noodle Soup doing a lot on the offensive side, doing a lot for the positivity of his team here on the ice tonight. And the saves are 2 apiece. We'll see if that changes, how quickly that changes here as we start the second period of action. Okinawa on your left side of your screen. Michigan Mallards on the right. The puck is ready to be dropped. And it is. Second period of action is underway. Right off the crack of the bat. Okinawa, you're on the defensive side. Toker out to John Boy. John Boy pulls, shoots. Nice save there by Flake. Comes off Dennis down to the near side. Sends this one down into the offensive zone for the Okinawa generation. Chicken Noodle Soup out to the point, finding its way off Flake into the near side corner. Chicken Noodle Soup here out the forehand. Looks towards the top side of the ice. A nice feed over to Toker. Toker sauces that one back over to Chicken Noodle Soup. Neil set up the shot. Top side. Off the forehand, down against the riff, finds his way off John Boy. John Boy off Pip Starlather, goes off less than Dennis in the neutral zone as they channel that one back into the offensive zone. Here's John Boy with it now. John Boy, back in his own defensive side. Looks to take this one top side. 45 seconds elapsing into the period. Not a shot to show for it yet. Almost one from Toker, but not quite. On his own cage. Play, forehand, against the wall. Pip keeps this one going northways. This one comes down low. Here's John Boy with it now. John Boy, top side, Toker, control, saved by John Boy, comes back down to the near side. John Boy off the backhand, stopped by Dennis. Dennis keeping this one down low in the corner. Here's Toker towards the top side of the ice, starting this breakout from Michigan. Nice touch there by Toker, keeps this one along the wall. Looking for any passing lane he possibly can pick up. Starlather making his life a little bit difficult along the far side wall. Chicken Noodle Soup takes this one back over to John Boy. John Boy, top side, out to Pip. Pip off the backhand, chops this one down low into the offensive zone. Here's Chicken Noodle Soup with it now with 3:30 to work with here in the second of 3 periods. Toker back in, looks for the forehand shot, and he does! And there's the Michigan Mallards tie-up. 1-1 on the board now, 3 shots apiece, and that's about as even as you can cut it. Second period of action, almost a minute away from being halfway through. The boys are tied, and they play on. Hip Starlather looking to take this one down towards the near side. Pops out one off the hip of John Boy, then to the top side. Toker tries to challenge for the puck. Goes off John Boy. Bank pass out of the zone. Flake here with a nice forehand touch. Stopped by John Boy once, twice. And it will be taken back by the Okinawa defense. Starlather, top side. Stopped by John Boy. John Boy off the back end. Finds Chicken Noodle Soup as he takes this one back to his own defensive side with 3 minutes even on the second period clock. Chicken Noodle Soup here with a nice feed out. Finds John Boy. John Boy off the forehand. Cuts this one across the green. Toker here to chase after this one. First man to it is Flake. Flake challenged and lost. Here's Chicken Noodle Soup. Hounded by less than Dennis. Back on his back feet. Finds John Boy. John Boy out the back end. Whips this one down the near side. Dumps it in. Big Boo, also known as Flake, to the top side. Chops this one down the far side straight. Goes over to Chicken Noodle Soup here with an out. Takes it past one. A forehand feed. Stopped by Pip Starlather on the far side wall. And he'll take this one back over to John Boy. John Boy, 2:27 to work with. Looking to get one more on the board for the boys in green. Less than Dennis, stopped by John Boy. John Boy to the top side. A forehand chopped over to Toker. Toker with a one-on-one opportunity. The puck leaks off his stick, and he'll have to retrieve it. Toker fishing for this one. Top side goes off to John Boy. John Boy saucering that one back over to his own defensive side with a little shuffleboard pass. Finding his way off Dennis. Dennis on the back end. Nice control there off the physicality. Finding his way off Pip Starlather down the near side boards. Continuing this one into the corner as Soup will try to fish this one out off the forehand. The lag is too much for him to handle. I can feel it too, and I'm only the caster. Here's less than Dennis. A forehand shot stopped by Pip. Nice control by Toker. Takes this one back out for the boys in green. A forehand touch goes off Pip to the top side. Here's Chicken Noodle Soup with an owl. Trying to get this one into the offensive zone. Dennis with a shot scores! And the Generations are back on top. 2-1. A good steal, a good shot, and Chicken Noodle Soup's first turnover of the game. Not a timely one for the Michigan Mallards. 1 minute 40 seconds remain here in the second period. Okinawa Generations proving why they should be on top here tonight. Both teams continue to put the pedal to the metal. Coming out, John Boy shooting. Goes off the far side and wide. Big Boo back out the Chicken Noodle Soup here with it now. Taking this one back down low. Goes off Dennis. Dennis top side. Looking to pull this one back away from the wall. John Boy off the back end. Trying to get this one back down low. This comes off the wall. Have ourselves a little fiesta. Dennis with a long distance shot. Hits the post. And that one comes off the near side and wide. Here's Chicken Noodle Soup with it now. Looking to get this one out to Toker. Toker with a forehand shot stopped by Pip Starlather back at the blue line. Chicken Noodle Soup tries topside, trying to get this one out of the zone. Finding the way off John Boy. John Boy in the corner. Taking this one down along the end wall. Less than Dennis here with it now, trying to get this one back in his own riff. He takes this one down the near side, has a step to work with. Tries to get this one away from the opposition. Pip Starlather goes off Toker. Near side, Chicken Noodle Soup off the back end, at his own blue line, stopped by Pip Starlather, sending this one back over to Toker. Toker near side, gets this one out of the zone. Finding his way off his stick, down low. Toker, back in, stopped by Dennis. Dennis here with a hand on this one, sends this one back downtown, finding his way off the hip of Dennis into the near side wall. This one will be kept on by Pip Starlather. John Boy, top side, looking for the shot line, shooting. I saved by Big Boo, keeping this one down low. Blake here with a nice dump out. Finds Chicken Noodle Soup with 18 seconds remaining here in the second period of action. Michigan Mallards right now only down by 1. They want to get that back. Good save there. Considered a block by the stat keepers by Chicken Noodle Soup between the pipes. Big boot. Stop by Dennis. Dennis to the top side with 4 seconds on the clock. Dennis off the back end, shooting, and that is just wide. And that will bring us into the second intermission with a 2-1 game in favor of Okinawa. Okinawa Generations putting the pedal to the metal, and they're getting rewarded because of it. Chicken Noodle Soup, Toker, and Blades will be the starting 3. John Boy going to be sitting on the bench after that second period. Toker, the lone goal for Michigan. Hip Star Leather, less than Dennis, sharing the pleasures, the pleasantries on the offensive side of the puck. Both teams anxious to get back on the ice, waiting for Toker to ready up. As soon as he does, we'll be back downtown with a man named Charlie Brown. That's the only round I could think of, so that's what we're going with. 12 takeaways to his 1 turnover. Chicken Noodle Soup doing a lot offensively here in this matchup, and we'll be out there again tonight. We'll see what happens. John Boy on the bench, Blades onto the ice. 6 are ready, 6 going on for the last period of action, the third and final. Here shortly, Michigan on the right side, Okinawa on the left. The puck is dropped, and Blades, for the first time in this matchup, be taken to the ice. And we'll see what happens. Blades right now the leading goal scorer for the Michigan Mallards, 42 before the night started. And we'll see if he can collapse onto the positivity side of the ice for the Mallards. And we'll see if they can bring it back. They're only down by 1. 1 goal is nothing in terms of slap shot. Toker with a shot, goes off the far side and wide. Blades trying to pull this one back off the back end. Controlled back towards his own defensive side off the back end. Shooting off the near side. And that one goes awry. Awry? I gotta figure out what that word is. My brain thinks it's real, but I don't think it is. Blades off the back end. Pass back over to Chicken Noodle Soup. Chicken Noodle off the back end. Sends it back down the straight. Here's Blades controlling that one. Goes off the forehand. Pip Starlather will win that one away for the time being. Goes through 2 people. Pushes on, and a shot attempt goes wide off the near side. Soup out of the zone. Dennis with control off the back end. Finds his way down low. Soup off Dennis. Goes off Pip. Goes over to Soup. Soup back down low for the Michigan Mallards. 1 minute elapsing. And another goal for the Michigan Mallards. Look at them go. 2-2 on the board. And the Mallards aren't dead yet. You can hear the bell ringing. The cart's coming through. But the Mallards are happy. They're happy. There's a Monty Python reference for you. 1 minute going into the third. We found our first. And it made us tied. Near side, Blades off the forehand. Shoots this one down low. Here's Toker with it now off to the slot. And that one will go off the hip of Soup and wide. Blades off the forehand. Gets this one out to the slot. And another one into the cage. And the Mallards showing why they're 5th place in the intermediate division. Good control by Blades. Great shot attempt there by Toker. Making the touch count where it lies. In a minute 15 into the period, the Mallards have 2. Nice save there by Blades. Keeps it down low. That one cycled into the corner. Blades back down defensively. Finds his way towards the top side of the ice. A forehand touch goes through the sought object. That was less than Dennis. Blades controls back over to Toker. Toker here with it now. Forehand try. Goes off his forehand. And that one will be sent back down to the Mallards zone. Soup to Blades. Blades fans on it. Dennis says hello. Top side goes off Toker towards the cage, and that's going to be on. And another goal for the Michigan Mallards. 4-2, and a little puck luck going a long way here tonight. And Toker, for his 18th goal of the season, has found himself on the board for the Michigan Mallards. 3:14 remains in the third, and they will party on like they're Wayne. Toker, topside point, trying to get this one through the opposition. 3 minutes remain. Good, big save there by Flake. Keeps this one down to the near side. Soup out in front. Nice stop there by Dennis. Pip Starleather, near side. Soup controlling that one down low for the boys in green. Pip Starleather off the forehand, sent down to the near side. Blades from the point, rips this one over to Toker. Toker shoots. Nice save there by Flake. Down low, Soup looking to control this one for the Michigan Mallards. Towards the top side of the ice, off the back end, finds Blades. Blades pulls, shoots, saved by Pip. Off to Toker, and another one to the twine. His 19th goal this season, and he is a happy about that. 5-2. Mallards in the lead. Dennis controls off the back end forehand. Got stopped by Blades. Back on the defensive side. Pip Starleather might have been able to get a little physicality involved in that one. Did not. 2:22 remains in the third. Pip Starleather off the back end. Feeds this one back over to Flake. Flake here off the forehand, trying to get involved offensively. Soup battles, wins, goes off Dennis. Top side. Banks this one off the opponent. Back to himself. Pip Starleather trying to get involved with Toker as they can exchange pleasantries. And this one will be bobbled back over to Blades. 2:05 to work with here in the third. 3 goals the difference. Mallards on top with 4 unanswered goals. Toker with a nice shot, but Dennis with a better save. Blake to Pip Starleather. Starleather to Dennis. Dennis hips that one towards the cage, but the puck didn't want to cooperate with him. Dennis down low in the corner, battling with Blades. Blades out of the zone. Here's Flake with an out. Backhand shot fed into the corner. Blades off the backhand, hits the side of his own cage, looks down towards the near side of the ice. A nice bank pass out of the zone. Dennis keeps this one low and mighty for the Generations. Dennis, forehand, goes off Toker. Toker back behind his own cage with a backhand shot attempt for the Mallards, and that one would have been on, but Flake was ready for that one. Shoot, scores! Dennis with a 3rd goal for the Okinawa Generations. A big shot in a big way, and he's making the Mallards pay. 6-10 on the shot sheet. 3-5 on the scoring totals. 2 is the gap. We got a minute 25 to work with here in the third period of action. Generations not going quietly into the night. Saw another one, sauced into the boards. It's 1 goal difference right now here in the third. 4-5, Okinawa coming back to town, and Pip Starleather selling spoons out of the back of his van for $1.50. There's only a minute 20 remaining here in the third, and we're back within a monotonous reach. I don't know what that word means. I hope I used it right though. In the corner, here's Flake with an owl off the back and tries to get it out of the defensive zone. He's going to keep on pounding that one along the far side with questions galore. Starleather, big block there from a long distance shot by Blades. Toker here trying to just control and corral that one. Soup shooting into the corner. Here's Pip Starleather off the forehand, down the straight, goes off Dennis, top side, stopped by Toker. Toker, big pass off the far side, finds Soup, shot saved by Pip. Pip down to the near side, goes over to Chicken Noodle Soup. Chicken Noodle holds towards the top side of the ice, just keeps the puck with him. He's going for a walk around the dog park, wrap around, shot saved by the post, comes out to Flake to the top side. And Toker's physicality will keep this one down low. Flake off the hip, forehand, backhand, out of the zone. Dangerous play, but it worked out. Blades out the other way, down the near side, shot down towards Soup. Goes over to Pip Starleather with 30 seconds remaining here in the matchup. If there's not another goal scored by Okinawa. Toker chops it to the near side. Blades keeps it low. Soup stopped by Dennis. Dennis goes off Blades, out towards the crease, finds its way off Toker towards Pip Starleather. Starleather for the Generations. Soup for the Mallards. Finding his way from the point, goes off Dennis. Flake here with an owl off the back end, stopped by Soup. 10 seconds remain here in the game. Dennis off Pip Starleather, top side, challenging on. Blaze going to hold it into the corner, comes back out by Pip Starleather, and that will do it for the matchup. 9 goals were scored, 5 of them for the Michigan Mallards, and only 4 for the Okinawa Generations. Great stuff from both sides of the ice, all the way down to the wire. A hair puller and a nail biter at its finest. 12 shots for Michigan, 8 for Okinawa, and the possession time a little bit lopsided, but all around the same. A good game from both sides of the ice. 7 saves for the Okinawa Generations. I think 4 of them were from Flake. Make your bets. 3, 2, and 1. Big stuff. 5 saves out of the 7. Flake did amazing work back on the defensive side. Turnover takeaway ratio not quite in store for him. Chicken Noodle Soup did amazing work in that department. 20 takeaways to his 5 turnovers. Had the most possession time in the lobby here tonight. John Boy was a close second with a minute even. And Blades, 1 out of the 4 goals, and the other were thanks to Toker. Huge presence there in that third period of action. Michigan Mallards scored 4 unanswered. Okinawa Generations returned with another 2, but in the end, we have our total on the board, and a long, handsome wait after this matchup until our next competition between the Sinaloa Heat and Michigan Mallards coming up next at 10:30. You got a lot of time to burn. Go get some Pepsi. Go to the store. Get yourself a stick of salami. I don't know what your snacks are, but those are mine for tonight. Chicken Noodle Soup, 4 points on the afternoon. Great stuff there from both sides of the ice, and a lot of shots coming from the department of Toker. If my math is correct, 7? 6, 7, 6. I think it's 7. Pretty sure it's. We're gonna go with 7. 7 shots from Toker, 4 goals. What a night! What a night for Toker. And yeah, we'll be back on the SPL Network here shortly as we have our final matchup pending. Sinaloa Heat hosting the Michigan Mallards here at 10:30. We got about 28 minutes to burn, and we'll be back on the network when it comes time for the pregame. But don't go anywhere, or do. I don't care. We got some time. We'll be back on the SPL Network. My name's Darth. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back after like a half an hour. Yeah.
Waluigi time.
Here we are at Hot Ones Arena here in Sinaloa, Mexico, where the Sinaloa Heat will be taking on the Michigan Mallards. Welcome, everybody, to the SPL Network. My name is Darth. Let's get to know the rosters that are going to be on the ice for this matchup. For the Michigan Mallards, we have Blades, Chicken Noodle Soup, John Boy, Toker, and the Phil on their roster for their 5 men this season. Of course, previously throughout the night, we saw Blades, Chicken Noodle Soup, John Boy, and Toker take to the ice for each and every matchup so far here for their triple header to end off what could be their season. Of course, tomorrow they play the Syracuse Scorpions at 9 o'clock. Not sure if I'm picking that one up or if another caster will be around to tag that one on to their cookie sheet or not. But regardless, Michigan Mallards playing their second to last game this season here and now against one of their fabled rivals, the Sinaloa Heat. Sinaloa Heat, of course, this season have had a plethora of wins in their column, and they're looking to get one more before they capitalize off for the remainder. Of course, they're coming off a victory currently 10-4 over the Buffalo Blizzards. During that matchup, Bolty, Dave, and Jack skated, so we might have only 3 people in the lobby. I will keep you updated as it progresses. But during that matchup, Bolty had 2 goals, Dave had 8, and Jack headed up the saves column with 3 out of the team's 5. He also had 2 assists on the night, but Dave tallied on 13 shots in that game out of the team's 17. So, keep an eye on Dave, keep an eye on Bolty, and Jack between the pipes here this afternoon. Another thing I noticed from the stat sheet from the Buffalo game, 25 turnovers to 5 takeaways to the name of Dave. Chicken Noodle Soup is going to have a field day on the ice here this afternoon in terms of takeaways. We're going to see how he leans with it, how he rocks with it. Do I still have the stats up from this? Chicken Noodle Soup last game against the Okinawa Generations, 20 takeaways, 5 turnovers. I think he's going to prosper in this daylight. But checking out where these teams are right now on the standings, not including that Buffalo victory for the Sinaloa Heat. Sinaloa right now tied for first place against the Hot Springs Hot Tamales with 22 standing points on the season. Looking to get another 2 to make themselves the notorious first place in IM. Hot Springs Hot Tamales are solidified with 16 games played out of the 16 for this season. Each and every one of these teams finish off the season with 16 games in that games played column. So Sinaloa looking for their final few games to be a handful of good ones. Right now, Sinaloa Heat having 14 games played on the season. 2 games remain, including this one and the other one against the New York Night Wings. That one does not have a date set. It is set for the 24th at noon, so we know that didn't happen because that's a default date time. Regardless, Sinaloa Heat looking to make this one a good one here tonight. Taking a look at the previous 5 between these 2 teams. Sinaloa Heat having a lot of good things to talk about. Lost previously. Their previous loss was against the Hot Springs Hot Tamales, 11-5 that score. They're coming off a victory against the Buffalo Blizzards, as previously mentioned. And prior to that, they had a stint of 3 W's in their back pocket as well against the Generations, Cutthroats, and the Narwhals. 2 of those 3 teams being in the relegation position. And just tossing those 2 cents out there for whoever wants to pocket that change. But regardless, Michigan Mallards coming off 2-3 victories. If you include the Denver Cutthroats, 8-2 difference out there on the board. The last time Michigan Mallards lost was against the Buffalo Blizzards, which Sinaloa Heat promptly dealt with earlier on in the matchup. 6 parties ready to rock, 6 parties ready to roll. Get your final bets in. Bolty, Dave, Jack, your starting 3 for the Sinaloa Heat. And for the Michigan Mallards, Toker, Chicken Noodle Soup, and Blades. But with that being said, all 6 parties ready to rock, all 6 parties ready to roll. We're taking this one down to center ice at Hot Ones Arena here in Sinaloa, Mexico, where they'll be playing 3 periods of 5 minutes each. We're tied at the end of 3. We'll go into sudden death. If not, we'll play the trumpet into the postseason. This one's taking up the far side boards. Michigan Mallards, of course, on the left side in their green. Sinaloa Heat on the right side in their red. Blades taking his time back behind his cage, looks towards the top side of the ice, banks that one off the boards. Chicken Noodle Soup tries to get a hold of that one, goes off the hip of Blades. Bolty tries to battle for that one against Sinaloa. Here's Blades down in the corner. Jack pops it loose. Bolty with a shot long distance, not able to capitalize on that one. Bolty leading the goals column for the Sinaloa Heat, 51. Second place is Dave with 48. Of course, that's not including the Buffalo matchup. So I think Dave technically is on top as he scored 8 to Bolty's 2 last matchup. So we'll have to keep our ears on the ice. Toker takes the puck, finds Chicken Noodle, passes that one back towards the neutral zone. Blades shoots and scores! Right from the pop, finds the lock, and he's found his 44th goal of the season here tonight. Right from the backhand, right from the riff. We have ourselves right opposite side of where you stick the stand. That's where you put your return address. 4 minutes, 15 seconds remain in the first. Michigan Mallards on top, 1-0. Bolty gets this one back down low. Bolte off the backhand, looks towards the top side of the ice, fed over to Dave. Dave down low in the offensive zone, brings it back out to the point. Topside shot stopped by Soup. Toker continues that one into the corner. They pop this knot down towards the near side of the ice. Bolte to Jack. Jack in the neutral zone, stopped by Chicken Noodle Soup. A forehand shot, scores, and another one for the Michigan Mallards. 2-0 to start us off here in the first period of action, and they're on a hot streak. Shooting 1,000 so far. Minute 10 into the matchup. 2 shots, 2 goals. Michigan Mallards doing it all. A lot of good things to talk about, but they need to keep up the momentum. They're going to stay in the lead. Chicken Noodle Soup with a nice takeaway. Shooting. Nice stop by Bolte. Bolte into the corner. Pulls this one off the back end over to Jack. Jack to Bolte. Bolte in the neutral zone. Shoots. Saved by Blades out at the high in the slot. He pops that one out the far side. Goes off Soup. Jack gets past one. Jack off the forehand. Rips this one down the near side just out of the reach of Dave into the corners. He leaks this one back out towards the slot. Soup keeps that one tidy. And Toker will knock that one neutral zone. Jack with a shot. Scores. And Bolte with enough physicality on Blades back between the pipes. Able to open up that shot opportunity. And Jack is a happy camper now. Cuts the lead in half. 1-2. Sinaloa back in the saddle. Jack, long distance pass over to Bolte. Bolte here in the neutral zone sends this one back over to Jack. Jack here holding this ground out towards the top side of the ice off the back end. Once, twice. Toker with a nice stop there as well. Here's Jack, top side from the blue. Shoots. Nice save by Blades. Sent into the corner. Blades with a bank pass stopped by Dave. Dave down low. Scoring a plethora so far here tonight. Has a total of 8 on the evening. Looking to make it 9 here tonight against the Mallards. Jack looking to dime him up here on this next carry through. He's covered. So Bolte looking to carry the mail in the corner. Blades, top side, off the backhand. Stopped by Dave for a moment, but he keeps possession. Goes off Bolte. Back in the neutral zone. Toker. Jack. Nice control there. Top side for Sinaloa. Jack going to take this one down towards the near side of the ice. Off the backhand from the red. The blue shooting off the near side and wide. Bolte in the corner. Stopped by Blades. Blades here trying to get this one through the far side. Not able to find the lock to shove the key through. Over to Dave. Stopped by Soup. Soup with a nice touch. Finds a shape. Scores. And right where Blades put it, he's found the third for the Michigan Mallards here tonight. 3-1. And Chicken Noodle Soup once again tallying on his 11th goal of the season. And another one. Another drop into the ocean for his offensive prowess here this evening. That was his 12th of the season. I didn't do the math for his other goal this game. All right, I'm on the ball now, though. Soup with a shot goes into the glass. Finds Toker. Bank pass intended for himself. He's going to follow up for this little wraparound attempt off the near side. Jack here off his hit. Bolte meets him out his own point. Pass over to Bolte. Bolte looking for the back end. Shoots into the corner. And Sinaloa will keep on this pressure cycle to the top side. Blades and Dave will meet each other on the end wall of the Mallard zone. Blades trying to get a hold of this one off to the near side. Finds a way off his backhand. Bolte here taking this one back for Sinaloa. Bolte leading his team in passes with a long-distance shot. Chicken Noodle Soup comes out to the near side, finds Blades. Blades off the hip to the backhand. Off the backhand pocket, looking for Toker out in the slot, but it hits his forehead instead of his stick. Dave, down low, pulls this one back neutral zone. Blades air tops out one into the offensive zone. A minute 23 remains here in the first period of action. Mallards having a 2-goal cushion. Jack looking to trim this one down. Finds Dave. Shoots. Scores right where you stick the stamp. Top right corner. And that's what they're talking about tonight. 2-3. The difference on the board. And Dave, once again, cements himself as the goal leader on his own right. Jack, top side. Bolte continues on north. Bolte, wraparound shooting off the far side and wide. A forehand wraparound in this game is one of the most difficult things to do in life. Some might deny it, but they are lying. Blades, near side. Soup, back defensively for the Michigan Mallards. Mallards only in the lead by 1 now. First period is drawing to a close soon. 43 seconds to work with. Soup, challenged by Dave. The net gets involved as well. Says hello. Soup down the street, finds Toker. Toker off the far side, finds the forehand chance. Bolte keeps on him like the pancake I tried to cook this morning. Stuck to the ceiling. Bolte, top side, gets past one. Forehand down low into the corner, just trying to keep this down low in the O zone. Chicken Noodle Soup finds a takeaway, finds Blades. Blades goes over to Dave. They battle themselves out in the far side corner. 2 players with a lot of history behind them. Jack going to take this one back in the defensive side, return fire to the far side, and Toker will pick up where they left off. 10 seconds remain here in the first period of action. 3-2 is our score. 5 goals been had, 3 of them from the Mallards. Toker looking for one more before the period ends. A nice shot, but that one goes off Bolte and wide. Dave keeps it low, and that's where it'll end. 1 in the book, 2 to go. 3-2 is our score. Mallards right now in the lead. The game so far from both sides of the ice. Majority possession time is very minuscule, only 4 seconds in favor of the Sinaloa Heat. We'll see how they progress as the match continues on. See how perhaps they might be looking to party on. We'll look at an individual stats as we get back down to the ice for the second period of action. Big takeaway game there for Jack. Not a single turnover in sight. Looking to keep it that way. Same with Chicken Noodle Soup. Gonna be a battle of wits down on the ice. Heat on the right. Mallards on the left. The puck is dropped. The game is on. Second period of action. The middle chapter. Some to say the most controversial one. That's where, that's more so the make it or break it kind of period here in this league. Doker looks top side. Bolte with a nice touch on that one. Brings it back into the corner. Here's Jack with it now off the back end. Forehand down the near side straight. Finds Dave. Goes over to Chicken Noodle Soup at the face-off dot. Found into the hands of Blades. Blades will chop this one into the offensive zone. Here's Jack. Jack stopped by Toker. Jack off the back end. Down the straight towards the cage. We're just wide off the far side. Dave getting a hand on the corner. Finding its way out to the point. Jack returned fire back to his captain, but he's not able to handle that one. Here's Bolte. Down the near side, trying to sing a lullaby for Blades. Blades down near side, gets a step on him. Jack gets involved, keeps this one down low for the boys in red. Bolte, point, takes it back down to the corner. Looking for the forehand feed back to Jack, but not able to find it cleanly. Here's Chicken Noodle Soup, taking his time with the puck. It's towards the near side of the ice. Finds his way out to Toker. Toker going to return fire back over to Soup, not able to get the puck to cooperate. Bolte here with a takeaway, trying to find his way topside. Dave and Chicken Noodle Soup battle against one another, and a nice stick check there by Chicken Noodle. We'll get this one back neutral zone. Jack against Toker. Loosened up. Chicken Noodle Soup trying to get a takeaway back in his name. Goes over to Jack. Jack being passed for Bolte. Bolte off beforehand. Riffs this one into the corner. And Blades will find his way back in charge into the neutral zone. Bolte shooting, scoring, and the Heat are tied up right now, 3-3. A shot in the dark and a long-distance prayer right from the neutral zone has found itself top shelf where you keep the peanut butter. 334 to work with, and we're dead knotted at threes. Blades, Toker, backhand, tries to shovel that one towards the cage, but doesn't find any snow in the back pocket. Toker, Jack, converse in the corner. Here's Jack with it now for the Sinaloa Heat. Off the forehand, towards the cage, goes off Blades, into the corner. Here's Bolte, off the forehand, back towards the slot, finding a few controversial stick checks involved with that one. There's not such a thing as interference in this game. Bolte, Blades, Chicken Noodle Soup, back in forehand, down the straight. Blades looking for the trifecta. Toker shoots off the far side post and wide. Toker looking for the wraparound and stopped by Jack on the near side post. Jack off the tip of the stick finds himself in the corner. And this one will be chopped out for the Sinaloa Heat. Bolte all alone. Chicken Noodle with a huge save there. Bolte with a chance, scores on the second try. And the Sinaloa Heat, for the first time tonight, have found themselves in the lead. Four to 3 here in Sinaloa. 2:44 to work with here in the third. Here's Dave, down low in the offensive zone, brings this one back out to the far side blue line. Blades here with a nice stop, pulls it out from the face-off dot with a bank pass out of the zone. Chicken Noodle Soup, the first man to this one, thanks to his own stick-checking physicality, finds his way down low near side corner. Toker here with a hand on this one, trying to get this one off the wall. Over to Blades. Blades pulls, shoots off the glass into the far side wall. Soup to Toker. Bolte getting involved with that one for Sinaloa. Back in his own defensive end. Bolte tries to get this one near side. Blades says hello. Bolte here gets this one out of the zone, shooting towards the cage, just off the near side and wide. Dave, Jack, point shot. Nice save by Blades. Blades to the top side. Bolte off the forehand, tries to get this one back out to the face-off dot. Soup and Jack exchange pleasantries. Toker trying to get this lane, not able to find it off the far side and wide. Here's Dave with it now. Back between his pipes to the far side, plays with fire, does not get burned, much like his team's namesake. Here's Jack towards the top side of the ice, looking for the cut across for a pass. Not able to find it off the dome of Blades, keeps that shot wide. Dave dances around the puck. Chicken Noodle Soup comes away with it to Blades. Blades near side. Toker shooting off the far side and wide into the corner. Soup has a chance with it now, down low, keeps it high and mighty. As Dave will collapse down behind the goal line. Finds Toker with a shot, goes off the glass. Here's Jack with it now. Top side intended for Bolte. Blades, Jack. Backhand, Bolte holds, stopped up, and through the crease, and the Sinaloa Heat will find another goal. Man, oh man, a little bit of luck going a long way in that matchup. And a few people with their face in their keyboard. Sinaloa Heat 5, Michigan Mallards 3 here in the second. Got about a minute to go. Boys play on. Blades down the straight. Toker here in the slot, looking for the shot lane, not able to find it. Hoping for a third party out between the pipes. Nobody in a green sweater to be found. Jack out of the zone. Bolte with 60 to work with. Backhand shot, scores, and another one for the Sinaloa Heat. They double the tally sheet from the Michigan Mallards and make it 6-3. And Bolte with a hat trick to show for it. 8 shots for the Sinaloa Heat. They're just popping them on the goal any way possible. They're coming out right now with a lot to talk about. Only team with shots this period. Michigan Mallards looking to get at least one before the period is over. Bolte to the top side. Coming out of the first intermission, both teams had 3 shots. Sinaloa was down by 1. 3-2 was that tally. Right now, Sinaloa having a great second period of action. Dave off the backhand. Looking to sing that one to sleep, but not able to find the cage to put it to bed. Bolte, top side, back to the neutral zone. Jack there setting that pick. Bolte down towards the near side, then to the far. Blades slapped away by Jack. Bolte over to Dave. Dave, Bolte shoots, scores off the near side post, and there it goes. Another hat trick on the ice, this time for Dave. Bolte with a dime bag. Dave with the finishing touches. 7-3 here at Hot Ones Arena in Sinaloa. The home team's giving their crowd something to cheer for. That one rings off the iron from Chicken Noodle Soup right from the drop of the hat. 13 seconds remain here in this middle chapter of play. Blaze looking for himself down the near side. Dave there says hello. Dave off the bank pass. Soup there with a nice touch. Goes off his backhand through a few bodies. Toker tries to jam his way through off the hip, but that's going to do it for the second period of action. And it's 7-3 here in Sinaloa. He got a lot of good things to talk about. Michigan Mallards got 1 shot to show for that last period of action. Going to need a lot more to climb this hill of a 4-goal difference. Bolte, Dave, Jack staying on the ice. Same 6 to start this next period of action. We take it down to the ice. I think the lobby crashed. I'm not sure what's going on. I think I lost connection to the slap services. This is interesting. I don't know what to do here. Yeah, I got disconnected. Hang on. I'm going to restart the game. We're going to jump back in there. We're going to get back in the hot seat. Take a look at the stats. Jack, 1 turnover that period. Chicken Noodle Soup had 2 to his name. And, you know, the shots lied where they made. Dave, right now in the season, hitting that 50-goal column. Really liking it. This is going to cut off the music, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, we're back in the hot seat. We got same 6 on the ice for this. Alright, I got the colors set. I had to type like ferociously fast. Same 6 on the ice to start this next period. We're back down on the ice here at Hot Ones Arena here in Sinaloa, Mexico. Slap servers doing what slap servers do best. Third period of action here. So we take this one down. Mallards on the left, Heat on the right. The puck is dropped and the game is on. Sinaloa Heat having a 4-goal lead coming into this last period of action. We're going to keep this one high and mighty as they get this one right from the get-go towards the cage. Jack with a nice save there, finds his way down the near side. Here's Dave down low in the slot, finding his way out in front of the crease. Blades controlling that one with a lot of fire in his back pocket. Bolte down low for the Heat, finding his way off. Soup back over to his captain Blades. Blades down towards the near side of the ice. The leading goal scorer from Michigan finds Toker with a shot down low. Toker, last matchup against the Generations, had 4 of the team's 5 goals. Shot, scores! Dave, right from the cuff of the wrist, finds goal number 8 for the Sinaloa Heat. Starts off the third period just like they did the second, with a shooting and scoring. 35 seconds into this third period of action. We already found our first and our second goals, courtesy of the Sinaloa offense. 9-3, 6-goal difference. And Bolte saying, I want the top goal spot on this team, and you can't take that away from me. 4:20 remains in the third. Sinaloa has done all the talking the last 10 minutes. Michigan looking to pick themselves back up out of the saddle. Jack down low in the defensive end, chops this one back over to Bolte. Bolte off the near side, shooting, Steve with a goal, and there's goal number 10. 10-goal mercy roll isn't effective. It does come to be. Will not be fortunate, but it will be had. If it does hit 10 on the goal sheet, we will call it early. We'll all go to bed with the knowledge of the ending of this game. Both these teams having 1 game left in the regular season. Tomorrow, Syracuse Scorpions take on the Michigan Mallards, and the New York Night Wings remain against Sinaloa. Bolte, Toker meet each other at the near side slot of the Mallards zone. Blades getting a touch on this one down towards the near side. Chops this one out of the defensive end. Finds his way off the near side. Toker here getting a bank pass to himself. Jack here down towards the near side into the corner. Off the stick of Blades. Off Toker. Goes off the hip of Jack towards the cage and in. And it's 11-3. A long distance shot with a happy ending for Sinaloa. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the regulation of this matchup. A steep hill has just gone vertical for this comeback from Michigan. Blades almost able to send that one on. Soup with a great deflection. Toker out to the point, finding his way off Dave to the near side. Here's Jack with it now off the backhand feed. Blades here collapsing on that one. Dave keeps it north for Sinaloa. Blades near side, finding a way off the backhand. Dave on the backhand, out to Bolte, scores! And there's another goal in the drop of the bucket, making the difference 9. A great pass, a great shot, and Bolte, right place, right time, right where his captain wanted to put it. 3:05 remains in regulation. Might not use all of it. Soup back on the defensive side, down the near side straight, goes through a few Plinko machine addicts, and Blades will send it back over to Soup. Soup down the near side, tries to cut this one across the grain. Dave there keeps it into the corner. Soup to the top side, gets this one past Bolte. Bolte gets back on a saddle, gets this one back into the corner. Sinaloa here on the offensive side. Blades back in time, able to send this one near side for an area pass to Toker. Toker, forehand shot, goes wide of the cage off the near. Jack, Soup, near side. Toker, forehand feed over to Chicken Noodle Soup here with an now bank pass over to Blades. Blades, forehand. Toker, swinging into the near side boards. Soup, bank pass. Bolte takes it away, shoots. Nice save by Soup, keeps it into the far side. Soup out of the zone. 2:16 remaining here in this third period of action. Bolte steps on that one. Toker loosens it up once, twice. Blades getting involved as well. Jack here with it now. 3-on-1 for Sinaloa. Shoot, scores! And that's going to be it. That's going to be the end of the ball game. 15 shots on the night, 13 of them being goals. And Sinaloa with a lot of offensive opportunities into their back pocket. And a big grin ear to ear from each party on the ice. Final score 13-3. Mercy rule came into effect here tonight. One that I didn't really personally think was going to happen, but here we are with the stat sheet before us. Possession time, passing game, just about even. Takeaways was only a difference of 5. Face-off wins going in favor of Sinaloa 10-7, and the post hit all-time low. Only 5 saves were had that matchup from both teams combined. But it comes down to it. Jack's takeaway game, one of the best on his team, and Chicken Noodle Soup didn't have a takeaway, didn't have a turnover there in that third period of action. Of course, Toker might have to go and look at that drawing board a little bit later on, but nonetheless, Chicken Noodle Soup, biggest positive influence on his team. 3 shots out of the 6, 1 save out of the 2, an assist, and 2 goals for the team's total of 3 on the board tonight. And most possession time on his team, along with the takeaway turnover ratio. Good stuff there from Soup, good stuff there from Blades, good stuff from Toker, the last matchup, and the trifecta has been completed. Michigan Mallards set out to play 3 games tonight, and they found themselves on top out of the 2 out of the 3. Sorry, I just saw the ending of a thing, and it kind of distracted me. Of course, Jack with a hat trick, Dave with a hat trick, as well as Bolte. All of them getting at least 3 here this matchup. Good stuff from Sinaloa, and hope to see him in Challenger next season. But both teams have 1 game remaining here in the season, so keep an eye on the boards whenever those might come to be. But thank you for tuning in to the SPL Network. Thank you to all the supporters, the big names in red: Eli, Irvion, JS former league admin and lead broadcaster Min Snowda, alongside Gubby, current league admin Unglued Snail, may need on the board, as well as the guy that is in charge and responsible for the intermission stats that we got to watch, Q Silver. On top of that, Claudia making the list here this season. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for hanging out. And thank you all for watching some Slapshot with me here this afternoon. That being said, that's all the more I got for you. Tune in tomorrow. We got 2 games on the board that I'm aware of. That being the Yosemite Grizzlies taking on the Plymouth Plague at 9 o'clock. That's a best-of-3 series. And after that is concluded, if I have time, Michigan Mallards, Syracuse Scorpions at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time. Don't remember what we're in, but yeah. Who was the bet in favor for? That's a great question. I'm a little interested to see myself. It's pretty even. Michigan Mallards 71%, Sinaloa Heat 29. I think that's a 1 to 3 odds. I have it set up weird on my side. Yeah, a lot of points for the Heat fans. But good stuff on the ice. All 4 parties. I think we had 4 teams here out in the ballot for us tonight. Great stuff from them. Great stuff from you guys in the chat. Great stuff from the servers in that last matchup. Love to see it. Love to be part of it. But with that being said, that's all I got for you here tonight on the SPL Network. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Darth. With that being said, hope you all have a great evening, a great afternoon, and a great night.